to our webinar. So thank you very much for making the time from distant Brazil. I know that you're at a slightly warmer climate there. I mean, it's quite cold day here in Sofia today. The floor is yours. We'll be very excited to hear what you have to share with us today.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be here and dobar den. Съжалявам, български език не е добро, as Danny said, so I will be doing my presentation in English. For you that don't know me or could use a little refresher, my name is Branislav. I'm a CEO and founder of AO Binovology, the world's first circadian health wearable. Basically, we've developed the next generation health and wellness wearable that is today being used by some of the top athletes in the world. Think of Novak Djokovic, LeBron James, Olympic teams, as well as celebrities worldwide. So, for example, Richard Quest from CNN, Hollywood actors and actresses, and many more. We have been frequently, or actually our flagship product AO has been frequently featured in top media outlets around the world, next to the industry giants like, for example, Apple Watch Ultra 2 and Google Fitbit. However, unlike these or typical health and wellness devices, which focuses on measuring and reporting your health or sleep outcomes, we go a step further. So we actually improve them. Typical AO use case is improving sleep, managing depression, fatigue, supporting longevity, as well as overall health. Previous year, or 2024, has been an excellent one for us. You can go to the next slide, please. With revenue surpassing 1.6 million, constituting a revenue growth basically of over 50% year over year. And more importantly, the global IO product sales have edged closer to 5 million. Next to this, I would like to point out to 5 major agreements signed with strategic partners, most notably with high impact distributors in Asia and Middle East, as well as a key opinion leader in the US called Center for Environmental Therapeutics, or CET. Another very important, I would say, crucial aspect of a business is the scientific and clinical research, which I'm very glad to report that we have initiated 6 high-impact studies, mainly in the US, though 2 in Europe, and more importantly, a very important study with US Department of Defense, specifically US Navy, has been published in a clinically peer-reviewed journal. So very, very happy that happened, I think, 2 months ago. Outside, or let's say better said, deep diving into the more key metrics and milestones, and you can switch to the next slide, please. I'd like to point your attention to the following. So, big one for us last year was the government and enterprise expansion, where we have become an official supplier to the US government, or US Air Force, more precisely. So, expanding into defense and aerospace. Next to this, one of area of interest for us that we have been working hard in the previous years was sports and wellness. So very luckily, we got into a partnership with NBA team Orlando Magic, specifically assistant coach Jesse, who became the AO ambassadors, and now the team has implemented AO into their routine for optimizing and improving their performance. Next to this, I would say another aspect of our business is into B2B sector of corporate health and aviation, where we have kicked off a project with Qantas, which is an Australian airline, bringing AO to the pilots of, from Boeing Dreamliners to pretty much the whole fleet and cabin crew to manage fatigue and enhance their performance. The first impressions are very positive, and we're looking to expand into this and actually partnered with Monarch University that has few $100 million in their budget for programs like these. Next to this, again, going back to the medical or clinical, which I said is one of the crucial aspects of our business, we have engaged in the large-scale tests and clinical research with some of the top institutions in the US, like City of Hope, Dana-Farber Cancer Center, which is affiliated with Harvard, Wake Forest University, Rochester University, and so on, to importantly further validate the impact of circadian health on the long-term health and well-being of people. A nice perk, if you like, Four Seasons hotels, AO has been accepted into their exclusive wellness program, actually reinforcing the AO positioning in the high-end wellness market. Finally, I'd like to point out for brand visibility, and I would say thought leadership, we have been featured, or actually we have been interviewed with one of the top platforms online for medical and doctor recommendation, WebMD, where AO has discussed our impact and actually the future of circadian technology on health overall. If we go to the next slide, I'd be happy to share with you what's ahead and our plans for 2025, where we have identified 3 core things that we will tackle. So number 1 would be the enterprise and government growth, where we are working on expanding the US Air Force contracting to broader military and defense wellness programs. Already we have gotten interest and are now launching with the Dutch Navy, so Netherlands, and more importantly, overall police departments and special forces in United Kingdom. Furthermore, we are planning to grow our airline presence, I would say, in the airline business or in aviation, where we are expanding on the Qantas partnership, now discussing with NetJets, which is actually the first and the biggest provider of private airplanes in the world. Additionally, we are tackling pro sports and corporate wellness that are leaning next to this niche. Finally, if we discuss then further developments into our product and expansion, we are now leveraging very popular AI-driven analytics to provide, for the very first time, truly personalized light therapy solution. We believe that this will drive, obviously, our software subscription for recurring revenue, which I think is a very important part of our business model, as well as improve AO experience and further user engagement, resulting in better monetization. Last but not least, I would say a very big opportunity, an important opportunity for us is the sleep clinics and doctors partnerships. We're following our presentation on 2024 Sleep Congress in Houston last year, which is the premier congress in the world. We have seen that there is a huge interest from sleep clinics and sleep physicians around the world. So we have done 2 things. One, we have formed something that we like to call Circadian Health Board, where we have attracted the best and the brightest from the industry. So Harvard Medical School, Cambridge University, experts in the field, with whom we are now developing further the technology and bringing it to both professionals and general public. So our plan is to leverage the growing interest and partner, long-term partner, with around 1,000 sleep clinicians and clinics that would furthermore drive organic sales, bring customer education, and most importantly, bring forward the mass adoption in the US and beyond. So I'm very excited to tell you more about all of this and happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you very much, Brana. So it's quite exciting. I mean, the trajectory the growth trajectory that you have. While waiting to see if there are any questions, I'll have the same question to you. What is your view on AI, and how do you plan to implement it in your products?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Danny. So obviously, AI is the hot topic. I think in our use case, especially, it's very applicable because, not going too much into technicalities, you got to leverage, personalization and different restraints while bringing personalized, health and sleep advice. So we are working on this, and we are planning to bring in this year and in the next year some of the key features that would leverage on the AI. Obviously, the circadian health industry as a whole is being transformed with this. And we are seeing now reports that in the next 3 years, in our industry alone, it would become a $20 or $30 billion opportunity that we can, be in a very good position to capture, especially by leveraging AI.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So there are no questions so far. If any questions come up, we'll definitely share this with you. So once again, thank you very much for actually coming on board.
I think I see one question.
Yeah, there is one question.
Yeah, I think, Georgia, good question. So the difference between the revenue and the global product sales is because around 60 to 65% of the current sales is done through resellers. So we basically take the actual sales price of the AO product as a very good indicator of what is the direct sales potential for the next year as we develop further infrastructure. I hope that answers.
Okay, so thank you very much. All right, so thank you very much, Brana. All the best.
My pleasure. Thank you.